Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your EA Sports college football coaching journey. Before you get started, you can customize your Dynasty experience. This is where you'll adjust. Now it's time to choose your team. Each school has a unique set of athletes. Now it's time to choose your role on the coaching staff. Whatever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities via the coaching carousel based on how your current team performs. Here, you can create your own coach or choose to play as an existing one. As a custom coach, you can fully adjust your coach's appearance, clothes. Make sure you review your athletic director expectations often. Welcome to staged recruiting. Like previous years, recruiting follows three important stages. Stage one is adding players to your recruiting board where you can gain intel on their values and what they want from a school. It is important to make the right offer to the right players. Each player has their own NIL expectations. Offering more than their expected NIL could give you a weekly bonus, but offering less than expected could give your school a negative influence hit. Stage two begins once you're in a recruit's top 5, and this is when you begin selling your program to them. One key difference this year is that as a part of your scholarship, you can give recruits NIL, which may give you weekly bonuses if it meets the recruit's valuation. Finally, stage 3 is all about... So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and the Stanford Cardinal. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Rainbow Warriors head coach told me before the game he has been motivating his team all week, telling them, you are just as good as this ACC opponent. They've got upset on their mind, and the players told me they want to be the best version of themselves. They believe they belong on this field, and they can play with the best of the best. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So Hawaii's offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad. QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys on the perimeter to win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
The Rainbow Warriors look to keep this drive humming. Running inside, it's Barfield. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Keep it on the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fakes to grab. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. As we take a look at Michael Ford, who will be a big-time part of this running attack. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hall. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for room. It's Ford. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Working that left side now. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Keeps it himself. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this?
He's got it. First down and more. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. Wide open downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Stanford comes up with a first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's going to go down and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Runs through the tackle. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Some misdirection with the counter. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's 4. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. Offense working from the pistol. Caught behind the line. It's Hall. Just keeps moving. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run it. It's 4. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Warren. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. They knock him down, but the offense going to get away with that one as this will be a pass interference call against the defense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Just a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll keep it on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Red pass hits complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Trying to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Blackburn. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Got his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Shakes off the defender. Shows him the stiff arm. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pulls and fires complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss.
Well, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
To the air on first down. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Pass interference, defense.
How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. That's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hawaii!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
They'll line up to go for 2. He'll set up to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Catch in the middle, it's Shaw. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Looking to pass, it's Warren. Pressure coming, makes the catch. Whoa, just shedding tackles. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Stanford quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Wants to throw it again. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second.
And he loses the football on the return. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at North Carolina taking on the TCU Horned Frogs.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Warren. Slings it downfield. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Barfield. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. The Rainbow Warriors have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. 3rd quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Intercepted to stop the threat. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Stanford!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he added the extra point. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Warren. Under fire. He's got an open man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Smashes through the tackle. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls it on the option. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the defense thought they had a plan for this option attack. And this quarterback, they repped against him in practice all week, but it's one thing to do it against your scout team, and it's one thing to try to stop that guy. He is very dangerous. That's already the second rushing touchdown using the option.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. At the 45 on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He goes right back to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Makes the grab, and he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Ford. Runs through a tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Splits the uprights, it's good. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Blackburn. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Snagged in the middle, it's Blackburn. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Warren. Gets rid of it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Running inside, it's Ford. Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Wants to keep it in the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Brown. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Came up just inches short on first down. Now just a few links to go here on second.
It's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build up.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man downfield. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. With the run on first and goal. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when this panicking ever really happened. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different